Welcome back to my channel, you guys. If you're new here, my name is Sydney. I film cruelty-free beauty videos and I upload 3 times a week, and today's video is going to be all about products that I probably shouldn't have bought this year. Not necessarily products I regret buying, but purchases that maybe I could have thought through a little more, that I really didn't need, that maybe I made impulsively. This idea was actually from my friend Kate Marie Beauty. I believe that's her handle over on Instagram. I'll link her Instagram in the description box below. But she did a post probably several weeks ago at this point, where she just kind of shared a couple of products that she probably shouldn't have bought this year for one reason or another, and I thought it was a genius idea because it's not necessarily that I regret purchasing these things, it's just kind of a hey, maybe you could have thought this through a little bit better. So that's what I'm here to share with you guys today. I'm not going to blabber on any further. Let's hop into it. You guys, we have so many products to talk about today. Okay. I feel like some of these products you're gonna be shocked by, but some of them you're gonna expect that they're coming. So let's just hop right into it. A lot of this is eyeshadow. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You guys know I'm a bit of an eyeshadow junkie. I just have a hard time saying no to pretty sparkly, shiny things. So let's hop in with my latest product I probably shouldn't have bought, and that is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise palette. When this palette came out, I was like, oh my gosh, that is a beautiful palette. I love the color story. I really want to try e.l.f.'s shadow formula, and I was like, maybe I'll buy this one. And then I saw Jen Phelps do some swatches. I'll insert them on the screen right here, comparing this palette to the Juvia's Place Magic palette, and I have the Magic palette, and I'm like, oh, they're like total dupes. I don't need the e.l.f. one. Moving on. And so I want to say like a month or two went by, and then I saw this palette in Target one day when I was running in to grab like 2 other things, and I caved and I bought it. But I will say that this has probably been my most used palette over the last month and a half or so. So I definitely don't regret buying it. I just probably didn't need the palette, if you guys know what I mean. So I'm really enjoying this palette so far. I know I'm due to do a speed reviews video, and I'm going to include this in there because I feel like I finally have some firm thoughts on it, but I probably didn't need this palette. Definitely already own these shades. Alright, you guys, next up I want to chat about another eyeshadow palette. We'll break it up with some other things in a second, but I want to chat about the Lime Crime Prelude palette. So I grabbed this palette during Ulta's last round of their 21 Days of Beauty, and I was so excited to grab this palette, you guys. I've wanted to try Lime Crime's formula for quite a long time now, and when this palette launched, I just died over the color story. I thought it was incredibly gorgeous. It's really unlike anything else I have in my collection, but I feel like I should have been a little bit smarter and analyzed the color story a little bit more, because this is not a palette for me that I can use by itself. There are 0 mid-tone mattes, and for me that's really essential for me to build an eye look. Maybe not for you, but I really rely on those very heavily to structure an eye look and help blend things out. So I feel like because of that, I'm not reaching into this palette as much as I probably should be. And if I would have just taken a little bit longer to really analyze the color story and maybe even create a little dupe out of my singles before I bought this palette, I probably would have realized that and not spent my money on it. It's not something that I regret purchasing because I'm excited to have tried the Lime Crime formula, and again, I think this is a beautiful color story, but I probably didn't need to buy it. Alright, you guys, next up, I feel like some of you guys are going to be surprised by this one, and this next product that I feel like I probably shouldn't have purchased are all of my Kosas Color and Light duos. So maybe March, early April, Kosas had a huge sale on their website where their color and light duos were $20 a piece. I believe they're normally in like the $30 price range. So I grabbed 3 of them, and I feel like that was a bit of a mistake. Not because I don't enjoy these, because I do. I don't regret purchasing them, but I feel like I have a lot of cream products on hand right now, and B, I really wish I had just stuck with one and really figure out if I was really even going to like this formula. I feel like if I had to pick like just one that I probably shouldn't have bought, I almost want to say I shouldn't have bought Tropic Equinox, even though I adore this blush shade in here. It's one of my favorite blushes to wear on like a no makeup day in the summer. But I knew going into this one that that highlighter was probably going to be a little bit too dark for me. I was crossing my fingers that once I blended it into the skin it would be fine, and it's mostly fine, but it is just a tad bit dark. And I honestly don't really even love this highlighter formula. It's not I just feel like once I actually put like a little bit of powder on my skin, the highlight, the glow just like totally disappears. And I don't heavily set the area where I put my cream highlighter, but I have a ColourPop light sticks on right now, and you can clearly still see the glow even after it's been set down. So if I had to pick one shade, it would probably be this one that I probably shouldn't have bought. I feel like the other shades that I have, Velvet Melon and 8th Muse, these are probably better purchases because I was pretty sure the highlighters would both work on my very pale skin, and I knew that these were tones of blush that I would use, but Tropic Equinox is probably not my smartest purchasing decision. Alright, you guys, this one I'm kicking myself for so hard, and that is the Studio 54 collection from Nomad Cosmetics. So I had been wanting to try Nomad Cosmetics for a very long time, and I just got totally sucked into their marketing and the promo photos of this gorgeous Studio 54 collection, and I impulse bought it, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, I impulse bought it. I was so excited when I watched the reveal video, especially about this palette, because these were supposed to be the same formula of the shadows that are in the Tokyo palette from Nomad Cosmetics. I think it's like the bottom row in there. Everyone raves about those shadows. And I actually had the Tokyo palette coming in the mail to me. A lovely friend and subscriber sent it to me. Thank you, Angie. And I was too impatient to wait to get that palette to test out that formula to see if I even wanted something else in that same formula before I bought this little palette. Now, since then, I've kind of discovered that the formula in this little palette is a little bit different than the formula in the Tokyo palette, but still. If I had gotten the Tokyo palette, I probably would have decided, hey, I probably don't really need these. I also got sucked into the multi-chrome claim that Nomad Cosmetics attached to these shadows. These are not multi-chromes, you guys. These are like sheer glittery duochromes. There is no multi-chromatic pigment in these shadows whatsoever. And I wish I wouldn't have spent my money on this one. This one might be a little bit of a regret. So I also bought the two highlighter slash cheek toppers in the collection. There's this beautiful like pink shifting blue shade, and then there's also this really pretty corally golden shade. I'm not really sure why I bought these either. Honestly, this whole collection might be a little bit of a regret. We're gonna have to see when I do my 2020 purchase regret videos. But I know myself, and I'm not usually a huge fan of glittery cheek products, and that's exactly what these are, so I don't really know what I was thinking. But I have them now, and I probably shouldn't have purchased them. Alright, you guys, next up we've got a palette that I feel like everyone knows is coming if you've been stalking my Instagram lately or watching my channel, and that is the Sigma Corte Rosa palette. I absolutely adore this palette, and no part of me regrets purchasing it, but I did not eat this palette. This palette is like a warm coral berry lover's dream palette. I love it so much. This color story is so pretty. I have absolutely loved every single look that I've created with this palette, but I didn't need it. I could have created this color story with my singles, with other palettes that I own, but I have it, and I love it, and I am so excited about it. It brings me so much joy. I've created so many gorgeous looks with this palette, and I am so excited to create some more sultry fall looks with it. I've been sticking to kind of some lighter, more summery looks with it, but fall is just around the corner, and I'm so excited. But yeah, this is one I definitely did not need. I'm a warm toned lover, and so I have a multitude of warm tone palettes that probably could have given me very similar looks with very similar shades, but I bought this one, and I love it. I'm not going to apologize for it. Alright, you guys, I feel like these next two are going to surprise you as well, but I feel like I probably shouldn't have bought the Tower 28 blush and the Tower 28 bronzer. So I actually included these in my latest Sephora haul. I say that like I do Sephora hauls very frequently. My only Sephora haul on my channel. So I can link that down below if you guys want to see what else I got in my small Sephora haul. But I feel like I really didn't need these. And especially the cream blush, you guys. As you guys saw, I bought all of those Co-Sauce duos, and I have 3 or 4 other cream blushes within my collection. I was just really attracted to this color, and I wanted to try the formula. I just got wrapped up in the hype of Tower 28, and I really enjoy this formula. I really enjoy this blush. It brings me a lot of joy, but I probably didn't need it. The bronzer, I'm a little bit more forgiving with myself for, because this bronzer is really unlike anything else I have in my collection. It has a very beautiful kind of like sheen to it. It is so beautiful on the skin, you guys. I love this bronzer so much, But the reason I feel like I probably didn't need to buy this is because I bought the Milk Makeup bronzer stick in the shade Baked, and I know that this has like a massive amount of product in it, like more than I can probably ever go through before it expires. So did I need 2 cream blushes? No. But do I regret having the Tower 28 one? Also no. Alright you guys, this last item is one that I really hope that like we can make a comeback and we'll like have this big love affair, but as of right now I really should not have purchased the latest round of e.l.f. and J Kiss's collab. I was so in love with her first collab with e.l.f., but I didn't purchase it, and I didn't purchase it, and I didn't purchase it, and then when I like really wanted to go purchase it, it was gone. It was gone forever. It was out of stock. And so I got wrapped up in the limited editionness of her newest launch with e.l.f. Oops. And I kind of got wrapped up in the fact that I'd never tried e.l.f.'s eyeshadow formula, and I really wanted to try their newer formula, and so I bought this palette. And I am a color lover, you guys. Don't get me wrong, I love color. I've been wearing color so much lately. Well, actually, I've been wearing more neutrals lately. But I am a color lover, so I wasn't really worried that I wouldn't use this palette. But I just feel like it wasn't the smartest purchasing decision I've ever made. I have these tones. I have a rainbow palette. I have rainbow shimmers sprinkled throughout my collection. And I just feel like this was an impulse buy. This was totally a FOMO purchase. I don't get that urge very often. But with this one, I definitely did, especially since I wanted the old one so bad and it just sold out so quickly. So I feel like I really shouldn't have bought this one. Again, I'm really hoping that like this palette and I are going to have like a rekindled love and it's going to be fine. But as of right now, I'm feeling like I really shouldn't have bought this one. This one is a slight regret. Alright you guys, so that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you found it entertaining to watch. Let me know down in the comments down below what products you've purchased this year that maybe you shouldn't have, maybe you could have made a better purchasing decision. I think this is such a fun concept because it's not a full-on regret, it's just kind of like a, hey, you could have done better. So that's going to wrap it up today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!